Welcome to Pink Cake Princess. I'm Andrea and today I'm going to show you how to make a Monster High Draculaura doll cake. You can also check out how I make Frankenstein with the links at the end of this video. For the basic cake, you can bake 3 7 to 6 inch round cakes and stack them on top, or you can use a dolly varden tin as I've done here. I've sliced my dome cake into 2 and I've used a circle cutter to cut out the centres. Then I've filled and then covered the cake with Swiss meringue buttercream. You can check out this process in more detail with my Barbie doll cake video. I'm lifting up my cake and placing it onto my cake stand. Next I'm rolling out some black fondant. And now I'm using my 10 cm circle cutter to cut a circle out. I'm using my 4 cm circle cutter to cut the centre out and placing a cut from the centre to the edge. Now dusting my surface with some corn flour and then using a wooden skewer to frill my fondant. I'm frilling it on top of my blue petal pad, which just helps me create the frills fairly quickly. Now I'm just going to attach it onto my cake. You can also frill the fondant without a petal pad. Here I am showing you how to do it just with the wooden skewer. Okay, I'm turning the skewer as I'm rolling it along with my fingers. Now just going around the base and sticking it to the cake. Repeating the process until I've covered 2 layers at the bottom with frills. And I'm going to cut the excess off at the end. Okay, turning it back to the front, and now I'm just going to start frilling just the front portion. Next I'm going to be embossing some fondant. I'm using a placemat. This is a textured placemat that I picked up from Kmart. It has a really thick texture on it, and just before I place it onto my fondant, I'm just covering it with some cling wrap. And then now I'm just going to press the pattern into the fondant and then lift it up. I'm wrapping up my doll with some cling wrap so that her legs don't get covered in cream. And now I'm going to cut out a square. And I'm going to cut out a little triangle. Using a little bit of water to glue it onto the doll's chest. Gently pressing down so that I don't wreck the pattern in the fondant. And cutting the excess off at the back. Cutting off a section just to cover the exposed part at the back. Now onto some more fondant. I'm using a 10-inch cake board to help me cut out a circle. And again, I'm going to emboss my fondant. Okay, I'm using my circle cutter to cut out the center and my knife to cut from the center to the outside. Lifting it up gently and then placing onto my cake. Making sure that I'm covering the bottom buttercream area so it doesn't show, and then just patting it down. I've cut out another circle and I'm placing it on again. Using my scissors to cut off the excess. And then just shaping it. Repeating on the other side. Okay, now rolling out a strip of black fondant and attaching it to my doll with a little bit of water. Now just creating a little necklace. And creating a little pink heart. Now cutting out 2 black sections to cover her arms. Pressing down at the top where her shoulders are and then gently pressing around the sides. Cutting some excess off and using my toothpick just to smooth it all over. And again repeating the process with the other arm. If you are liking this video, don't forget to click the like button below and also click add to favorites if you want to save this video. Okay, now placing her into the cake, just gently pressing her in. And now just to finish off the seal, rolling out a strip of thick pink fondant and placing it around where the cake joins the doll and pressing it down. Using a herb cutter to cut out strips of black fondant. And I'm going to touch a little bit around her dress. Cutting off the excess at the back. And attaching some to the side of her dress to make them look like ribbons flowing down her dress. Attaching another ribbon. And doing the same to the other side. Now rolling out a little section of pink fondant, stretching it out and then rolling it up to make a little ribbon rose. You can see a more detailed tutorial on this on my channel in my Halloween playlist. Okay, I've made 6 roses in total, and I'm attaching 3 to each side on top of the ribbons. Okay, and the finishing touch, I'm attaching 3 little black bats on wires. You can see how I do this in my Batman cake tutorial. And that's it, that's Draculaura finished. What do you love about Monster High? Who's your favourite ghoul? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking for more doll cakes, you can check out the links here. And don't forget to click subscribe at the bottom right there to be updated with more free tutorials. Thanks again for watching, guys. You guys have a fantastic day.